Curiosity was recently labeled by Bill Gates as the most important trait for the next generation to thrive in 2030 and 2040. The fact that you clicked on this video tells me that you are curious about becoming curious. But the real question is, how do you do it? How do you nurture and develop your curiosity? Are there any ways identified by science that can help us on our journey? In this video, we will do exactly that, and look at 3 research-based ways that can definitely develop your curiosity and, perhaps propel you to become the next great thinker in the world, or in your field, or office, or class. Well, you get the point. Since all 3 ways reinforce each other, stay till the end and do not miss out on any. The first way you can develop your curiosity is by being as autonomous as possible in your pursuits. Now this may sound fairly obvious, but hear me out on why you are not as autonomous as you think you are. According to the data, we spend an average of 2 hours and 27 minutes on social media, of which 108 minutes are spent simply scrolling through feeds. Given that after a day of school or work, we have anywhere between 4 to 6 hours of free time, this is a large chunk of time spent on being completely passive and letting an algorithm dictate content for us to consume and how to spend our time. This does not even include video streaming services such as Netflix, which have their own algorithms to suggest what you should watch. The truth is, we often let societal and cultural norms dictate what we should do, and now big tech is doing it for us. An example of truly autonomous thinking can be taken from Steve Jobs. He famously dropped out of college, and because he no longer had to worry about course requirements, he would choose whatever classes interested him. And one of the classes that interested him was calligraphy because he found typography fascinating. While this seemed to have little practical application at that time, the classes provided him a foundation in typography and was later used in designing the Macintosh computer. If he was not guided by his autonomy and curiosity, he would never have taken that class, and Apple probably would have been very different. The research seems to corroborate this and found that individuals were more interested in a topic of a video when they could choose the video themselves rather than it being chosen for them. The lesson to learn from this is that your curiosity is at its highest when it is unrestrained, self-guided, and autonomous. Do not learn or do something just because it is in trend, or your friend asks you to, but because you want to. Now I want you to think about how many things do you truly do out of your own volition. Did you really click on this video because you were searching for it, or did the algorithm suggest it to you? We live in a world that wants to automate everything for us and tell us what to watch, what to hear, what to read, what to buy, and even what to think. Capitalism thrives on this, and so do most modern social media applications. This kills your curiosity. It is no wonder that Bill Gates knows that he who remains curious is going to remain relevant in the future. Be more active and autonomous in your pursuits, and your curiosity will guide you further. The second way you can develop your curiosity is by finding personal or social value in an activity or skill. The research suggests that by increasing your perception of social usefulness in a subject, you will also become more curious about it and spend greater effort in retrieving information about it. In essence, becoming more curious. An example cited in the study was the following: there are 2 new species of fruit flies discovered in Malaysia. One species can help us understand their locomotion because they can jump 5 feet high, while the other species share 95% of their DNA with humans and can help us understand the origins of cancer in humans. Now, which species would you be more interested in studying? The overwhelming majority of people would pick the latter because they recognize the greater social value in it. Similarly, if you are mildly interested in something, or have to learn something new, find the social and personal value it can bring to you. This will augment your natural curiosity towards it. For instance, if you have to learn how to use Microsoft Excel, which most would agree is a generally boring task, then you can start with first looking up some benefits that Excel can bring to you, such as tracking your daily expenses, or further your career progression by easily organizing and storing large amounts of data and information. Find some social or personal motives that appeal to you, and once you can relate to them, your curiosity will drive your learning, certainly more than if you had done so without looking at the personal or social value it can bring to you. This logic can be applied to any given skill or activity. Finally, the third way you can develop your curiosity is by switching your frame of mind from being performance-oriented to being more mastery-oriented. What exactly do those terms mean? Performance-oriented individuals are more concerned about trying to be better than others and demonstrating their competence. The goal of learning is never the aim, simply as a means to achieve the end. Mastery-oriented individuals, on the other hand, focus on learning and acquiring competence or knowledge, and performance is a consequence of the learning. Learning is the aim and the end. Individuals who are more mastery-oriented are also more likely to be driven by curiosity in their pursuit. The research shows that mastery-oriented students tend to regularly outperform and outlearn performance-oriented students. Of course, you cannot be mastery-oriented with everything, and you shouldn't be as well. However, for things that you're interested in, such as learning to cook, or for things that are essential for you to function, such as public speaking at work, you should pivot yourself to have more of a mastery orientation instead of performance orientation. Ask yourself questions such as, what are my knowledge gaps for this? Where can I find the information I lack? How much time do I think I need to devote to properly learn this? Instead of asking questions such as how do I impress my boss and client tomorrow, or how fast can I put this meal together? The former are questions related to mastery orientation while the latter are for performance orientation. By asking the right questions, you set yourself on the right path. To sum it all up, be autonomous in your pursuit, look at how they can be significant for you personally or socially, and have a mastery orientation towards the most important things in your life. All these will surely increase your curiosity and allow you to have the drive that some of the best thinkers have. Coming back to that Bill Gates quote, I do not think that curiosity is the most important trait for just the next generation, but probably for every generation. Einstein, who lived in the 19th and 20th centuries, said, I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious, and he furthered our understanding of the universe and the nature of reality as much as anyone else. We do not need to wait until 2030 and 2040 to become relevant, you can do it from today. If you learnt anything from this video, then please leave a thumbs up, this helps a new channel like mine massively. Thank you and see you in the next one.